Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your boy, the Beanie Boy, and only the Beanie Boy, and welcome to the SmackDown Go Home Show review before King and Queen of the Ring, live from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Now, the show was alright. It had some good, it had some bad. I don't even think it had some bad. I just think some parts of the show were better than others. But let's get right into it. The first match we had was the semifinals for the King and Queen of the Ring tournament, particularly the Queen of the Ring tournament. And that was Nia Jax versus Bianca Belair. Now, Bianca Belair was selling a knee injury, and I think that kind of sort of low-key gave it away that she's not going to beat Nia Jax. I don't think anyone is going to beat Nia Jax because I believe that Queen Nia Jax is on the cards. And if you didn't watch it, I've already spoiled it for you. Nia Jax picked up the victory against Bianca Belair. Now, I was watching the match with WrestleDrop, and I just kept commending Nia Jax on her recent run of form, how well she's been wrestling since she's been back. She hasn't injured anyone, which is doubly great. So we're just having a good run with Nia Jax, and I think that's why ultimately we will have Queen Nia Jax by the end of the King and Queen of the Ring show. Pay-per-view, PLE, whatever you want to call it. After the match, though, Nia Jax did cut a promo on Lyra Valkyria, who was seated in the audience, in the crowd behind the commentators, and she just kept talking about buzzing. I have no idea what the buzzing was. The notes written here are, what's this buzzing? Because literally, what on earth was that buzzing? She said she's gonna buzz through Rhea Ripley. Oh, apparently she already buzzed through Rhea Ripley. She buzzed through Becky Lynch, and she's gonna buzz through Lyra Valkyria to become Queen of the Ring. I have no idea. Nothing whatsoever. But the buzzer, Nia Jax, picks up the victory against Bianca Belair. Following that was a post-match segment. Bianca Belair backstage selling her injury. And then we got Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell. It didn't make sense at that point, but now it does make sense. We'll get to that. Basically, Indy Hartwell was trying to be Candice LeRae in the sense that she tried to be a heel, cringeworthy as if. And the sound quality was bad throughout the show, actually. Throughout the show, the sound was a bit dodgy. But basically, what we got from that segment was that we are going to be having Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae versus Team Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Not team anything, just those two, the current women's tag team champions. Now, as I'm recording this, I'm thinking to myself, what if Indy and Candice actually win? Because Bianca's selling an injury. And we could be seeing a Jade Cargill heel turn. I don't know. It's possible. It's unlikely, but it's possible. That match is going to happen on the pre-show. So if you blink, you're going to miss it. But it should be an alright match. It should be an. So the guy writing the notes for this show wrote Candice and Hartwell versus Team Gyat. His words, not mine. I'd never say such. Anyway, moving on to the next segment, and that was the Grayson and Austin Theory show. Yeah, I don't know what they call it now, but Grayson Waller and Austin Theory came out for the Grayson Waller Experience, whatever that show segment is called. And they had a pretty boring chat up until Carmelo Hayes, Himothy, came out, and it looked like he was going to challenge them, but he didn't. And that led to a heels promo where they were all bashing LA Knight and the Street Profits, and obviously that means if you say the wrestler's name, they're gonna come out and beat you up, which is exactly what happened. We got LA Knight coming out first. He got jumped because obviously it's 3 versus 1, and he's not the most over superstar in the company. So we had to have the Street Profits come out and make the save. That did lead into LA Knight and the Street Profits against Carmelo Hayes and A Town Clown Down Under. And it went, yeah, it went as you'd expect. Now, I I had a bit of an issue. I honestly had a bit of an issue. That issue was that Dawkins was showing out more than Montez Ford. Now, I thought Montez Ford was the prince who was crowned to be the guy who's about to receive the singles run of a lifetime. And Dawkins showed all of us that he can hold his own. So that match was pretty decent. And yeah, Street Profits were hitting a bunch of sues after the match because obviously we're in Saudi Arabia, Ronaldo's country, and just get Ronaldo, Triple H. Just get Ronaldo. Drew did it last year. The Street Profits are doing it this year, and it's just cringier and cringier every year. But moving swiftly along to a segment that I did enjoy, and that was, okay, firstly, Cody was walking in with his big gold belt, walking to the ring, and he met up with Randy Orton. And they had a stare down, they had a handshake. They made us think that Randy Orton is going to win King of the Ring. Now, we'll get to that in the main event segment, but they had a handshake and Cody made his way out. And before he could even speak a word, all we could hear was, "Ayo!" Meaning that Logan Paul was also present. So Logan Paul came out, they cut a promo. Cody asked one of the referees, I don't know their names, but he asked one of the referees to search Logan Paul because Logan Paul claimed he did not have any brass knuckles on him because he gave Michael Cole a pair of brass knuckles, meaning that he is willing to win the match without the use of brass knuckles. I don't know. It's all a lot. But anyway, the referee searched Logan Paul's pants, found a pair of brass knuckles. Then they had an exchange before Logan Paul walked away. Didn't pay much attention to it. My apologies. But yeah, that segment, I know I said I enjoyed it. I meant I enjoyed the Randy and Cody segment, not that promo between Logan Paul and Cody Rhodes. But listen, they're both great. They're both really great. So I'm sure the match is going to be good. Just this episode of SmackDown was a Debbie Downer, if I can put it like that. After that, we moved on to Randy Orton backstage. He was having an interview before his match against Tonga Loa. No, Tama Tonga. It's too many Tongas, man. These Tongas are tonguing, bro. So, sorry. Inside joke. So, Randy was speaking about his opponent in the main event, Tama Tonga, speaking about how vicious he is, how unhinged he is. But he said that he's all of those things. He's been all of those things. You know what I mean? Which is very true. Randy Orton has been that guy that people are claiming Tama Tonga is. So he's not fazed. He's not worried. After that, we moved on to Bayley versus Chelsea Green. Now, the match was decent. Both women are very good in the ring, and it showed in this match. But of course, babyface champ has to pick up the victory, which she did. But after that, Piper went to town on Bayley. Piper attacked Bayley so bad that she could not get up. Now, it might lead to a Piper Niven versus Bayley program or even a match, but yeah, Piper Niven just asserting her dominance post-match. And I'm looking forward to seeing what Piper has in store for us in the women's main event division. I don't think it's going to give birth to anything really, but it's going to be interesting to see new stars getting built, new stars getting exposure. That's what we like to see. This is the Triple H era. Anyway, we then had a segment between Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa. And yeah, Paul Heyman was telling Solo that, hey, bro, your boys couldn't get into the country. Tangaloa was stopped at the border from entering Saudi Arabia for some reason. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. He was not allowed to enter the country. Now, I do think that we're going to see him tomorrow. That's if this is part of a story. I do think he's going to make an appearance tomorrow. But to do what, though? I don't think there's a program that involves him. But if there is, and if this is all part of a story, maybe this is how they cost Randy Orton the King of the Ring tournament. It would suck, but it would make sense because we need to continue that story. I forgot to mention that Kevin Owens made his return as Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga were attacking Randy Orton post-match. Kevin Owens came out, he fended off the bad guys, and yeah, Team RKO, which was a dope-ass team name, Team RKO are still standing tall, still standing together in their fight against the Bloodline. So that was cool to see. Now moving on to our main event. And the dogs were out in our main event. No, I'm joking. The main event, of course, was Tama Tonga versus Randy Orton. Now, yes. Oh, damn. I jumped the gun. My bad. Now you know what happened after the match. But Randy Orton and Tama Tonga was a decent match, I won't lie. I think it was the best match of the night because we just saw Randy Orton. And who doesn't love watching Randy Orton work? You know? And we had Gunther behind the announced team, just like we had Lyra Valkyria. And it didn't play much of a factor until the end when Randy Orton eventually won. In case you haven't picked it up already, Randy Orton did win that match against Tama Tonga, and he is advancing to the finals of the King of the Ring tournament. Now, of course, Solo Sikoa was outside, and that whole shtick happened. He came in after the match, started beating up Randy Orton. Tama Tonga joined in, started beating up Randy Orton. Then Kevin Owens came out and made the save and fended off the bad guys. So that is how we closed off. Oh yeah, and of course Randy Orton was trash talking Gunther on the outside because of course he is. That is our match for tomorrow. Gunther versus Randy Orton in the finals of the King of the Ring tournament. It's going to be a great match. SmackDown was great. Like I'm saying, some parts of it were snooze. Other parts of it were quite decent, like the main event. But nonetheless, we're looking forward to tomorrow, and that is the King and Queen of the Ring pay-per-view. Who is going to walk out Queen of the Ring? My prediction is Nia Jax. King of the Ring, my prediction is Gunther. Undisputed WWE Championship match, my prediction is Logan Paul. So, no, I'm joking. I'm joking. Cody is definitely winning that match, according to me. But we will be back with that review. Of course we are. When it happens, as it happens, don't forget to catch King and Queen of the Ring happening tomorrow. It's going to be good, I hope. It's a Saudi show, so I don't have too much hope for it. But yeah, it's been your boy, the Beanie Boy, and this was the Go Home edition of SmackDown. Until the next one, it has been too sweet.